Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. Not having a good makeup day again. I don't know. I'm just not. Something isn't vibing and I have to figure it out. Maybe it's mentally. I don't know. But, well, I know it's my hair. Y'all, I cut it. I know I shouldn't have. I know. I was getting headaches and it did make the headaches go away. I will say that. But I hate it. I can't get it to do anything. It doesn't lay right. It's just all over the place. And my best bet is pull it up in a ponytail, which I am still grateful that I can do that. So there's a plus. But let's get to the face. I made so many mistakes. So for foundation, it went good. I love my Infallible Pro Glow. It is in the shade 203. I love this foundation. I do. I use the Sigma color corrector in light medium. Also, Sigma is having a sale, summer sale, I think. So if that is something you're thinking about, go check that out over there, because I think, was it 40% off you can get? That may be one of the items. Definitely check it out. I will swear by that now till the day I die. That is the best color corrector I have ever used. Even Natasha's. So that's saying something, because I love Natasha's. And but I think I like the formula and everything of the Sigma. That's why I like just the texture, the fact that you just tap it on, like, you know what I mean? There's just something about it. Now, if you don't want to use your fingers, then I would say don't go with that one. Go with the Natasha one, color corrector in peach. Okay, back to this. For concealer, I use Best Skin Ever by Sephora. I don't like the concealer really. It's okay, but I don't really care for it. But I do really want to try the foundation, because I hear a lot of things on that foundation. I set the under eyes T-zone with Lunar Beauty Translucent Setting Powder. I set the rest of my face with the Pat McGrath in light medium 2. This one here. Then for bronzer, I'm using the Hourglass palette Ambient Letting Edit Mini Sculpture Unlocked, this one here, and it is in Golden Bronze Light, that one right there. My nail polish is the same as the other video, Spare Me a French Quarter by OPI in Infinite Shine 2. I do like OPI nail polish, but I'm gonna be honest, lately that LA Colors has got me from Dollar General. Blush went terribly wrong. I decided, y'all know I've been using the cream blushes by ColourPop, and I got cocky, and I shouldn't have. And I've tried this before, and I forgot about it, and here we are. But I have a liquid blush in Pinkgasm by Charlotte Tilbury, a little sample thing, and I forgot A, how glowy this is, B, how pigmented it is. And I went in with a very heavy hand. I put it on my hand, and I took the Real Technique brush, which, if you wait till you see it, as you can see, I went in with a very, very heavy hand. I literally and went like this, and this is where we're at. This is not a good thing, okay? I know, but this is where we're at after me also trying to go over it with my foundation brush. It was bad. For highlighter, I'm using the Bronze and Glow by Charlotte Tilbury, because I used it to contour under my lip and my nose, and then I use that as my highlighter and my inner corner highlight for this look, which you'll see in a minute. But yeah, the blush is blushing a little too much. A lot too much. But I do want to try it again, definitely with a lighter hand, and I will, because somebody I watched recently used it. It was so pretty. And again, because they don't show, they clip out things, you don't see how much they apply, so I didn't know. And that's why I try to explain every little teeny tiny detail of how much. Literally, if I was to do it again, I don't like dotting it on my face, because sometimes you don't know how it's going to react, if it's going to pick up or not, right? But if you do put it on the back of your hand, you take your brush and really work it in and dab it out, Don't put much on your hand though, and build it. I believe is going to be better than this, because I've used that before and loved it, because I have the Duo, and I can see I got the highlighter in Spotlight, and I can see that I've used this because it's empty a little bit, and I know I liked it because they're sitting right in front of me, so I didn't put it in my Charlotte Tilbury drawer, so it tells me I like it. But yeah, so that's where we're at with the face. Now today we're on the letter J, and I am using Juvia'S Place, and the palette I chose to use that is the Candy Shop palette. It is one of my favorite palettes for spring. It was between this one or the Garden of Juvia'S. Really, actually, this is spring, this is summer in my head, but together it's a masterpiece in my opinion. I love these. These are probably one of my favorite palettes, two of my favorite palettes by Juvia'S Place. But let's get started so we can talk. Was that everything? Oh, lip liner is in Natasha Denona Julia. The lipstick is Natasha Denona in Susanna. Yeah, it's one of the newer ones that I just picked up. Alright, so the first shade we're going to go into, we're basically just playing with these 3 shades. So we're going to go into this pink shade. We're going to start with it. Very pigmented, picks up. I mean, you got impact. You got color payoff on these shadows, so do be careful. Obviously, this is a softer color, so you're not going to get as much, but it definitely builds. Like, what you see is what you can get out of Juvia'S Place palettes if you build them. But it's a nice formula. I like it, and I do really enjoy their color stories. Again, I put them, I mean, they do have a couple neutral palettes that I do generally like. So I don't want to say that like they're a brand I go to for fun, because that's not it. They're kind of like a color pop to me in a way. It's definitely a fun brand for sure, packaging wise, all that. But the formula is really good too. I do feel like you're getting your money's worth if you find a color story that you like. I don't think you can go wrong. So, I haven't filmed in a while, so I'm kind of rusty with everything going on in my life. And, it's not my choosing. This is none of anything that's going on is my choosing. We're going to go into this color here. Like, I did not do a thing, Of course, I also don't leave the house, so how could I do a thing? But, like, everybody else can do stuff, and it still is going to come back on me somehow. And, when is enough too of that? Like, your children, obviously, you're there for them forever. And your loved ones, family, stuff like that. I mean, even then, there is, like, a point where it's like, okay, I gotta step back, and you're gonna have to make your own mistakes. You know what I mean? But when they're not, especially when they're not willing to listen to you. But when do you decide that point with a loved one, And like, they're right, you're wrong type of thing all the time. And it's like, no, I mean, I might be wrong. I might be. But you're most certainly wrong. Most certainly. With the attitude and stuff, And I don't know why the world is the way it is. Probably because, well, the people in it. Like, I'm not saying we should all go sing, hold hands and sing, what is it, Kumbaya? Like, I'm not saying that. I just don't understand why we can't agree to disagree, move on, or, have our opinion, or whatever, but respect other people's. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard. Why does everybody have to agree with a certain way, Because to me, I can disagree about everything with someone and I can still completely understand and love them. You know what I mean? And I know that age plays a part. I've grown up a lot, you know? I have been humbled. I have been all that. So I do know that. And I keep, but when there's people around me that are my age, that should know, that should be humbled, I'm still sitting there going, well, what is going on here? Like, why are you, you know what I mean? And then your actions reflect upon me. So it's just, I don't understand. We're taking that color. This is one of my favorite colors from this palette. Look at that shine. Look how pretty that is. It is downright beautiful. But yeah, so I'm dealing with that, in which case I'm almost at my wit's end. And you know, when it comes to my kids, whatever, to me, they're going to mess up. And yes, it does reflect. I get it. And all I can say is, I mean, I don't know. When it comes to kids, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, like, it's still my kid, you know? So I'll help in any way I can. But, like, don't take advantage, I guess, of that. But I don't really have problems. Well, I do have problems with kids, but they don't listen. But, I mean, like, I expect that for the rest of my life. And, you know, I'm not perfect by no means. So, I don't expect them to be by no means. And crap happens, you know, and that's what I say all the time. You know, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to learn, you're going to grow. Hopefully, you don't make the same mistake over and over again, like me. You see how that turns out. It doesn't turn out well. That mistake will turn out the same every time. The same. It's not going to change. It's not going to one day be a different outcome. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to use the Gucci mascara on the top lashes. I use the Tarte Fake Awake Cream liner for the waterline. But yeah, so it's been quite hectic. And me, it's like I can see where I made my mistakes and apologize and, you know I messed up. Will I have to pay for it? Yeah, I get that too. But also, you know, consequences nowadays are just something else too. And I do think consequences should be had if you're doing something wrong. Absolutely. Or if you did something wrong. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, I do believe. I don't care who did what. I don't. Like, if you did wrong, then the consequences are there. But I don't think they need to be as steep sometimes as they are. Sometimes I think they should be steeper even. You know what I mean? But I'm finding that there's unjust situations, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That, and I don't know how hard is it just to follow rules, or go to school, do your work, get good, get decent grades. I mean, if you just do your work, to me, you're going to be fine. But do your work, come home and forget it, I know some kids don't do well in school, and some thrive at it. But it's like, give it a little bit of effort. The same with work. It's like, go to work, do your job, come home. Keep your mouth shut, look down. If you want to excel at it, then do work harder. If you don't, then do your job and be done. Like, leave your work at work and then go home. And don't do stuff you're not supposed to do. Don't try to take shortcuts. Don't do any of that. And to me, if you do that, you wouldn't get in trouble, right? I'm assuming. Maybe I'm wrong. But when you take a shortcut, you have to imagine that there could be consequences to that, right? In anything in life, for that matter, there would be consequences. And then people wonder why they're in trouble, or what did they do wrong. Well, you didn't. I don't know, but I'm the bad guy because I can see it. Like, I understand why you done what you did, but I also, this is the law, this is the rule, this is whatever, I don't know. That's where I'm stuck. And maybe that's why I get in trouble, because I can see both sides, so therefore I can't take a stand on either. You know what I mean? So then I'm against everyone, because I won't say, yes, you're absolutely right, and yes, you're absolutely right. I'm like in the middle going, I see your point, I see your point. So can we not work something out? Call me crazy, but that's kind of, when we get further in the world, granted, I'm just a girl who sits in a chair who's applying makeup that doesn't really know how to apply makeup. But to me, I'm just looking at it from a view of like, if we don't work together, we're not going to get anywhere. We're going to be standing in our spot, screaming at the top of our lungs, this is this, and that's that. Period. Comma, question mark, I don't know. Told you I'm losing my mind, y'all. Oh, for inner corner, so I only use 3 shades out of that palette. But for the inner corner, I am going to use the highlighter part of the Charlotte Tilbury. I think I already did this, actually. I don't know, to be fair. I may have already applied this. I'm losing my mind anyway, so you might as well come along for the ride to watch me completely lose it. Because it's happening. I kid you not. It's happening. I am losing my mind. Just watch and see. As each year passes on here, watch and see. Because I can see it from a year ago. Just saying. That's why I'm putting it and letting everybody know. That way, when I've completely lost it, there will be proof. But this is the final look using the Juvia'S palette. And this is actually one of my favorite looks to do out of this palette, because it is just so simple, elegant, ethereal almost, but so spring, summery, easy type of look. You know what I mean? And if I really did just want a wash of color, I would have left the darker shade out and just went in with that very light pink and then put that all over the lid, to be fair. So this palette is very, you can build it up and get depth, or you can make it very simple and easy too. So I do like that about it. And a lot of Juvia'S palettes are like that, actually. So I do appreciate that. But overall, I guess now, other than the blush that has eaten my face, the rest of the look looks pretty good. I have no complaints. I don't, the blush, I just, we'll try again tomorrow. We try again, That's how we get anywhere. If we don't try, we'll never learn. So, and maybe I'll never get it. There's always that too. Sometimes you can try and never get it. But most of the time you come somewhat close. So, I will try that. Blush again and go in with a very light hand and then maybe build it. Try to do it like that. I just can't remember how I used it the first time is the problem. Again, my memory's gone. So, I hope this video helped in some way. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this palette's still available. Either one. You can't go wrong if you do choose one of them. If you like the color stories, that is. or if you're looking for a spring palette, or if you're looking for a summer palette, or even a fun palette. And if you combine the two, the looks you can create are so pretty, so colorful, so bright, but also so easy too. So anyway, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. I do apologize for the rambling. My mind is just erasing, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.